A big issue a lot of people are having when relocating to New Jersey is that they don't know exactly what location they want to be living in. What New Jersey is broken down to is different counties. We have a total of 21 counties, and a lot of people are looking for very similar things. So what we're going to do in this video is kind of break down the top 5 counties when it comes to overall good school districts, lifestyle of the town, good towns in general, the real estate, and pretty much things to do, and most importantly, that easy commute to the city, because I know a lot of my New Yorkers definitely need that. And what we're going to do throughout the video is I'm going to show you the map views of those counties. I'm going to show you actually what it feels like to live there and overall things to do within the counties, and actually point out good towns and good areas you might want to take into consideration when actually making that move. So make sure to do the whole video, because the last county in the video is my favorite one and you definitely don't want to miss it. Alright, so before we hop in the video, I kind of want to tell you how the video is going to flow, because it is going to be a long video, so make sure you're taking your notes, especially looking to move into these areas. But we're going to start from the north to south. I'm going to kind of break down the overall town, tell you exactly where you're going to find there, how the downtown areas are going to be, where you're going to find those train stations, how many train stations they're going to be, and how many different forms of transportation you're going to be able to get into the city and throughout New Jersey in general. So starting out with number 1 is going to be Bergen County. It's going to be all the way up north. So let's hop right into that one right now so I can show you exactly where it's located. Okay, so before we actually jump into Bergen County, so you can kind of get an idea of how big New Jersey is. It's about 7,400 square miles going all around it. Not big at all. Right next to Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Delaware, and obviously New York City and Connecticut. So you're seeing that the state's not big, but it has a lot to offer. So Bergen County is going to be kind of in the all the way northeast section of New Jersey. It's about 240 square miles around. Not a big county, but it has 770 kind of towns and cities within it. So you're getting a lot for it, even though it's kind of not in a big area. And you're seeing that it's literally right next to New York City. So obviously for a lot of New Yorkers, it's going to be one of those favorable counties. You're going to have a lot of those things that New Yorkers definitely need, which is going to be the commute, and you're going to have the accessibility to being able to get into New York City very easy, and having those towns and cities that are very similar to the New York feel. Bergen County in general, it has a lot of good school districts as well. You're going to see here that a lot of the top towns have A+ schools, going even all the way down till number 10 is still going to be in the A ratings that you're going to notice. And throughout the other counties, you're not going to get that very often. Bergen County is definitely known for those top school districts, and with it being those top school districts, definitely comes with those bigger purchase prices that we're going to get into a little bit later in the video. We are seeing that it has a lot of good schools, and what I'm going to show you here in this map is niche.com. If you're looking to relocate, definitely take this website into consideration, because I take this website for all my clients, and they absolutely love it. We are seeing that pretty much all that first page is going to be A+ schools. I'm going to go to the next page in a little bit, but you're seeing that this town has a lot to offer, even though it's not big at all. Well, this county. And going to page 2, the A's continue, and it's nice to have a lot of opportunities even with different towns, because you know, a lot of people coming from the city, coming from other bigger states, definitely are looking for those top school districts. You're definitely going to find it in Bergen County. Kind of continuing from the school districts and still staying on niche.com, Niche also is going to rank the best towns to live in within the counties as well. And you're seeing that the first few towns are very well known, and they're also very good when it comes to the school districts as well. So you're going to get a mixture of a good town, good school districts, easy commute, and it's very nice, okay? What I'm going to show you right after this one is going to be the overall real estate market in that section. I'm going to take you in different kind of price ranges, but you're going to see that the prices here are a lot higher than other counties for the variables that I just mentioned. You know, it's a very easy commute to the city. You're going to have super nice and upper scale schools, and the overall town itself is going to definitely have those amenities and things that a lot of people relocating need. But Kind of going into number 2 in this one is going to be Ridgewood. Ridgewood is one of the best towns here. It has very easy accessibility to the city, and you're seeing that the schools are very good as well. I'm going to take you now into kind of the real estate here, and you're going to see that the prices here are going to range a lot depending on what town you're looking into. But the closer to New York City you're going to be, the more expensive it's going to be, of course. So right now, I'm going to just take you to the first few properties here in Realtor.com. You can see how price ranges range a lot depending on what location you're going to be in. Fort Lee has a lot of condos, has amazing views of the city, but you're going to find a lot of those condos is going to be not that expensive, but what's very expensive here is the HOA fees. Some HOAs you're paying over $1,000 a month, when in reality in other parts of even Bergen County and other counties itself, you're going to be paying even in the high 200s. It's very not common to pay this much, but because you're paying a lot better pricing and you have those amazing views, you're going to get a lot higher HOA fees. But kind of going down a little bit, you're going to see how there's so many different style homes, different price ranging. You're seeing here is 1.5 million practically, and then right next is 1.2 million. But you come a little bit lower, getting the high 500s, and you're going to see that depending on what part of Bergen County is what you're really going to be paying. But it's nice to have a lot of opportunities throughout the town. It's very unique because you're going to see that throughout New Jersey in general, you're going to find a lot of the older kind of feel. But since Bergen County is super close to New York City, you're going to get a lot of those better opportunities and kind of newer constructions and bigger condominiums. But you're going to see that everything's a little bit different here. So let's kind of look at price range in general. We're going to take you down into between, let's say, the 500 and the 600 range. You can kind of get a range because this is kind of the price range you're going to want to be in, especially if you're trying to look for those one-family homes. The average price range for a one-family in New Jersey is around $500,000. So this is why we're kind of looking at this price range. But you're seeing Fort Lee, a condo is $528. You go to Woodridge and you're getting a home for almost the same price. So it's really going to depend on what you're looking for. But we're going to scroll down a little bit so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. You can also find a lot of good investments here when it comes to two families. But for those one family homes, you can either find a little renovated ones, you might find outdated ones. This price range is going to be where you're going to want to be looking into, especially if you're maybe a first-time home buyer looking for that first property. But it all varies a lot. And like I mentioned before, Bergen County is known for those commuter luxuries, and you're going to see here that Bergen County does not fall short when it comes to the train station. It has a total of 30 train stations that will get you into the city, has a total of 51 bus stops that will also get you to the city, and most importantly, it has a ferry in Edgewater down here that's going to get you into Midtown Manhattan within 10 to 15 minutes, which only one other place where I'm touching the video has it, but it's very uncommon to have those ferries that get you that fast because, if you do live in the city, that sometimes to get between Brooklyn and Manhattan, it might even take you around 30 to 40 minutes. And living in a whole other state right next door, you'll get there even quicker. But to kind of show you a little bit, these train stations are all going to New York City. And depending on what area you're going to be living in, because Bergen County is kind of in this perimeter, you're going to be only a few minutes away from the train station, maybe a 10 to 15 minute drive. And from the train to New York, you're probably only between maybe 30 to 50 minutes. I'm going to click a random one here that is very common, and it's the one down here in Woodridge. This one probably is going to get you into the city within 30 minutes. Let's check it out right now. Let's put New York. Obviously, let's put peak hour because that's what's really going to make a difference. A lot of people do leave around the 8:30, 8 a.m. So let's put that at 8 a.m. right there. Driving is going to take you between 40 minutes to 1 hour and 40. But if you're taking the train, you're going to get there within 28 minutes. Unheard of, amazing, super easy commute. You're going to be in the city super quick. That is it's that thing that a lot of people relocating do need. And since I mentioned the ferry, I kind of wanted to show you exactly what I'm talking about. This line here is going to be where the Bergen County's ferry is going to depart from, is the Edgewater, and it'll take you straight into Midtown Manhattan. Super easy. You're literally right across, and it kind of makes life a lot easier because, you know, if you are a commuter, you're commuting Monday to Friday, having those 10-20 extra minutes that you don't have to be commuting there and back is going to make a huge difference. So just think about it. You're going to take the train, get there in 30 minutes, take a ferry, get there in 15 minutes. It's going to be completely up to you. The good thing is that Bergen County not only has the ferry, not only has the train, has buses, you can drive there, has a bunch of different highways, and you're going to pretty much be in the city within 30 minutes to 40 minutes depending on what you want to do. And if you are a driver, I'm going to kind of give you a few highways you might want to take into consideration. So Bergen County is kind of made up of 3 major highways: 287, the 80, and 95 West. All of these 2 right here is going to get you to George Washington Bridge, which that's going to be your main way of getting into the city from Bergen County if you are driving. It has a lot of different little highways as well within the county, but these 2 are going to be your primary form of getting into the city and back. George Washington Bridge is a super important bridge here, and it's going to be a lot of traffic throughout most of the days, especially during those peak hours. So that's why before you saw that if you're driving, you're going to get there within an hour, and it's going to be very common that that's going to happen. So a lot of people that are moving to Bergen, they're definitely going to be looking for those buses or trains to get them into the city a lot faster. But the cool thing is that those highways also are going to get you throughout New Jersey. You're going to be able to go down south, west if you need to, or even get into PA if you have to go to another state. So you're kind of getting a nice mix here in Bergen County, and that's been why I kind of wanted to put this one number 1, because it's kind of that place that you're gonna get a lot of those luxuries that people from New York definitely are in need of. And even though it has a lot of those commuter friendly things, it does have a lot of the things that people with families need. It has a bunch of different parks that you can see here. It doesn't shy short of it. It's not going to have those big parks that we're going to see in other counties, but it does have those cute little parks that if you're with the family, and then if you need to go out and kind of go for a jog or a run, you're definitely going to get that there. But the biggest part about it is it does have a nice big reservation, which is going to be the Arapahoe Valley County Reservation. It's going to be all the way kind of north, right next to PA. And you're still going to get a lot of the green space that you're going to need within the county. Even though it's more of a city feel here, you're still going to get what you need when it comes to your green space. So I'm going to take you down right there so you can kind of get a feel of what I'm talking about. It's definitely a nice place that you want to go hiking with the family. It has a nice lake here. Definitely doesn't shy short of having all the amenities that people need. But there's going to be kind of all the way up north. You can go hiking here. You can see a lot of people are going here, kind of going over the little stream here. And it's just nice that even though you're right next to the city, you can kind of go away for a family and go for a hike, especially during the fall. You can see all those beautiful colors. And it's just nice that you're kind of getting a city feel, but still getting the amenities of a suburban kind of living. And talking about suburban living, you're gonna get a bunch of golf clubs. I don't think many counties have these many, and depending on what part of the county you're gonna be in, it's probably gonna be your best golf club. They're not huge, but you're definitely getting what you need, and it's nice because a lot of towns in different counties don't have this many options. And if you're a golfer, you love that suburban living, you want to be out there playing in your 18 holes or whatever it is, you're definitely going to get that here in Bergen County. So you're getting parks, you're getting golf, and you're getting New York City right next door. And besides getting those outdoor activities, you do have a lot of different options when it comes to shopping. You have one of the biggest malls here. It's called the American Dream Mall, and it's literally just been built recently. It's in East Rutherford, a huge complex. You have a roller coaster, have even a snowboarding facility inside, and it's ridiculous because you're gonna get literally so much to shop there. It's been such a big highlight recently in New Jersey. It took years to open up, but finally we have it, and it's gonna be literally such a nice place to go with the family to go shopping. I'm gonna walk you, kind of show you around a little bit of what I'm talking about. And it's really great that you're gonna have this in Bergen County. You're not gonna have to leave your county. You're not gonna have to drive that far away either, and you're kind of getting a lot of those cool amenities within the town itself. So here's a little bit of another clip. Nice big mall. Literally just recently opened up. Has a snowboarding facility in the freaking mall. Has also a water park as well. Is ridiculous. And in Rutherford, I'm going to tell you in a little bit too that it has another big thing that is coming. It's going to be huge this upcoming 2 years, 2026, because they're going to play the FIFA in the MetLife Stadium. Yes, and that's also in East Rutherford. It's going to be huge. And right now, it's a huge stadium, and I'm sure within the next few years, they're going to probably update it even more because they're going to play the FIFA here. And you're going to see how this town is going to transform. This is the stadium. Also in East Rutherford, not that far away from the American Dream. And it's literally going to be great. They also have the state fair here. They have a lot of those events here. And you're seeing how this all is still in the same county pretty much. And besides those bigger kind of shopping centers, you have a lot of all the smaller ones, a lot of other smaller ones as well. You have the West Garden State Plaza. You have the Paramus Park as well, which is another plaza, shopping center. And you're gonna get that throughout the whole county since it's so big. You have so many things to do. And you're gonna see that depending on what area, if you're more in the northeast section, you're gonna get a lot more of that city life. You're more in that northwest section, you're gonna get more of like the suburban residential living. But this little plaza here, you're getting the American Dream, you're getting this one, you're getting a little bit of everything. You really can't go wrong if you're looking for that perfect everything in one place. And even though Bergen County has those bigger retail names, has that city life, you're also gonna get a lot of nice downtown areas. You're gonna get the kind of community feel in other different towns. So right now we're gonna dive into kind of the downtown area of Rutherford, and you're gonna notice how kind of things change a little bit depending on what part of Bergen County you're in. Here we're in the street view of the downtown area. You're seeing that it's very community-like, it's very suburban feel. You're gonna have a lot of different mom and pop restaurants. You're gonna have a lot of just maybe grab and go restaurants. You're gonna have sitting down restaurants. It's nice because you can kind of get away from the city, come down to these downtown areas and really transform a different environment if you're looking for something else. So this is Rutherford, the downtown area. Right now we're on Park Ave, and this goes for a little bit. And you can see how you have different culture, you have different feels, you have more greenery, and the environment just changes drastically. And this is just one of the downtown areas. I'll go to another one, but you're seeing that it's a nice community feel, and kind of stepping away from the city, and you're only still 30 minutes away. You can kind of settle down, very family orientated, and you're gonna get that nice overall downtown area. Now going a little bit northeast, we're gonna be in Inglewood. There's also a nice downtown area I want to show you guys. You're gonna see how things are very similar to the other one because you're still gonna get kind of like that smaller town feel. You're still gonna get those mom and pop shopping center, mom and pop stores, those nicer, smaller restaurants. You're seeing that it does go down for a little bit, and it's very similar to Rutherford. That you're gonna get those kind of smaller environment. You're not gonna get those bigger buildings. Things might get a little more quiet than the city, but you're still gonna get the maybe outdoor dining. Still gonna get a little bit of maybe a nightlife in a sense when it comes to having like restaurants at night. You're still getting those bigger retail than a CVS, but it does definitely change from New York because this is gonna definitely be one of those more suburban feel. The next town we're gonna go here in Bergen County, you're gonna see how it changes from all of this. You're gonna see a lot more bigger buildings, definitely getting that New Yorker feel, definitely getting that kind of business district feel. And that's gonna be Fort Lee. Fort Lee is is the town that I was speaking about that has those bigger condo buildings, and you're seeing that a lot of Fort Lee is going to be like big buildings like this, more kind of movement, more less suburban than the other ones for sure, but you're going to see that these buildings are more kind of a business district. It seems, there's not really much of a downtown area. You're going to get definitely shops and different restaurants going around, but we're gonna go notice is a lot of these bigger condos, and that's what I was talking about. These condos here aren't that expensive. Obviously you might get $1 million condos, but you can definitely find condos for the low 200,000s. But what really affects people here is the HOA fees, because like I said, HOA fees sometimes even go up to $1,000 a month, and that's not uncommon for here in Fort Lee. So that kind of wraps out kind of Bergen County in a nutshell. But obviously, you can talk about all the towns. There's so much we can talk about these counties, but that's going to give you a quick kind of understanding of what Bergen has to offer. We're going to go a little bit more southeast, which is going to be the county that most people are going to know about, and it's Hudson County, literally northeast, right next to New York City. This is going to be the metropolitan area of New York. Here's going to be where you're going to find Jersey City, Hoboken, those areas that all the New Yorkers love, because you do get a bigger New York feel. But before we dive into there, let me talk a little bit about the school districts, kind of give you an understanding of what you're going to find there when it comes to the town feel, and pretty much kind of break down a little bit about the overall county before we actually dive into it. Hudson County is the smallest county in New Jersey when it comes to the overall land, because it has 62 square miles going around, but 46 is land and 16 is water. So you're getting not that much land in this county. It has only 12 towns overall, and it's one of the most known, even though it is the smallest one. So before I kind of dive into more about the overall county, I want to break down a little bit about the schools and the towns you're going to find there, and you're going to see exactly how much better it is than most people even know. So diving right into the school districts, you're going to see it has a lot of A+ schools, not like Bergen, because Bergen did have a little bit of better when it comes to school districts, but you're still getting a lot of the A's throughout the county in general. You saw that Bergen, the whole first page was A pluses, but remember, Bergen has 70 towns and cities. Hudson only has 12, so that's going to be a big difference. But you're seeing that even though it has 12, the majority are A pluses. Has a few B minuses, but even though it's still a great county, you're gonna get not only great schools, but even the towns itself is very nice, especially for New Yorkers, because that's where you're gonna get that big New York feel. And you're seeing that Hoboken's ranked #1 and best town to live in Hudson County. It's not surprising. You're gonna see once we go down to the downtown area of Hoboken how nice it feels. It's definitely going to give you that different feel that a lot of towns and counties in New Jersey do not have. It's super unique here. A lot of people that do want to go for that nightlife, do want to go out for that kind of New York feel, but not go to the city. You're going to go to Hoboken. You're going to go to Jersey City. You're going to go to Weehawken. It's definitely that kind of feel. And you're seeing that it's ranked in niche.com. A lot of them A+ is like Hoboken. Jersey City is going to be A-. Again, a lot of these towns like Jersey City, make sure you kind of do a little bit of your own research, because a lot of sections might not be the best, but a lot of parts are really good. So now let me give you a quick kind of rundown of the real estate like we just did. We're going to see how things kind of change a lot, even going a little bit down south from Bergen. You're going to see prices here are definitely in a little bit higher range. If you're finding something that is nicely renovated, kind of move-in ready, because you can see a condo here right off the strip, right off in Hoboken, $550 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, only 800 square feet. You're gonna see in Bayonne, 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, $600 for a multifamily. It has no parking. It's not updated. A North Bergen condo with 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, $675. So it's definitely gonna be a lot more expensive, but you're definitely gonna be paying those prices due to the overall town and kind of the living lifestyle. Hoboken's going to be very expensive, especially if you're looking for like those areas closer to the downtown area. But you're gonna see that even though in Bergen County and Hudson County they're expensive, you're definitely gonna get that lifestyle that a lot of New Yorkers are in need of. So let's kind of do what we did before. Let's look at the price range between the 500 and the 600,000, so you can kind of get an idea of exactly what I'm talking about. So you saw in Bergen County, we saw a lot of one-family renovated homes ready to move in, but here's gonna change a little bit. So what you're gonna get here is maybe a lot of condos, properties that might need a little bit of updating, like this one in Kearney. Kearney is a great town because you're not gonna be right off Hoboken, right off Jersey City. It's gonna be a little bit more west, but you're still gonna be super close to the city, and you're gonna be super close to Hoboken, maybe a 10-15 minute drive to get to the downtown area. So you're seeing condos are going for 550. One family East Newark is very different than Newark, as East Newark is going for 530 for 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So you're seeing that kind of the further away you go from Hoboken, you're definitely going to get those better prices. And my favorite part about Hudson County has to be the commute. You're going to get a few different trains that are going to get you into the city. A lot of them are going to be extremely fast, maybe between 20 to 30 minutes at most. You're going to get there not only fast, but you're going to be able to even walk to a lot of the train stations, since it is kind of, this county is meant for those commuters that maybe don't have a car. If you're from the city, maybe you just want to walk everywhere and have the accessibility to still transportation, and you're going to have that. And if you are driving, you do have a few major highways. You have the I-78, that's going to get you into New York through the Holland Tunnel. You're going to have the I-95 or the Turnpike. That's also going to get you into the Holland Tunnel into New York City. And it's kind of nice that you have a mixture of people that don't want to drive and people that do want to drive. So to kind of give you a reference of what I'm talking about when it comes to the commute factor, let's go down here to one of these train stations, maybe a little further out, put it here. It's going to be in Jersey City. And to get kind of into the city in, let's say at, like I said before, around 8 a.m., just kind of the commuter time. This is between 38, 29 minutes roughly, and it's kind of one-stop shop. You're gonna get that. And I think also a big factor is that Hoboken does have a ferry that's gonna get you into the city. And this kind of like the ferry's information, you're gonna find it off Hoboken. It's gonna get you into Manhattan. Super fast, super easy, maybe between 10 minutes at times. And you're also gonna have different train station. You have the PATH as well. That's gonna get you there. A few different stops throughout the city, so it's maybe a little bit better. You have a lot of different form of bus services. And you also have, that I forgot to mention before, Teterbrook Airport, that's in Bergen County. It's a smaller airport, but you're still gonna have the accessibility to that. You're gonna have the Newark Airport down in Newark, which is a huge airport for a lot of people that like to travel. You're also gonna have those things. So you're seeing that Bergen County, Hudson County do not shy short of easy commute. And that's kind of the reason why it was built that way, because it's definitely helping for those New Yorkers wanting to get out the city, kind of come into a quieter environment. And if you are looking to relocate, I am Luca. I'm a relocation expert here in New Jersey, overall Union County. So if you are looking to make that move, make sure to give us a call. Our number is going to be coming up any second. We love helping people out, especially if you're coming from the city. We know the struggles you're going through. And if you're not ready to move, make sure you stick around. We're uploading videos every Monday and Friday. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified every single time we upload a video, because these videos don't only help you out, but it definitely teaches you a little about New Jersey. So make sure to stay tuned. Let's get back in the video. And in my opinion, Hudson County might be one of the more city feel of New Jersey, but you're still gonna get a few smaller parks throughout the county. The biggest one and the most important one is gonna be the Liberty State Park down here. We're gonna dive in a little bit, show you exactly how it kind of feels to be in the park and getting a kind of a little feel of the overall Hudson County park experience. So you're seeing here, you can see a little bit about in Jersey City a little bit here, and you can see New York City waterfront is really nice here, especially in the nice warmer days. You can come here with the family, ride on bikes, have picnics. It's super nice. Here there's also a ferry that gets you into the Statue of Liberty. within a few minutes. So it's kind of that metropolitan area of New York that way. That's the reason it was really made in the first place, and it doesn't really disappoint when it comes to having that New York feel. And right off the Liberty Park, you have something really important. It's called the Liberty Science Center. It's a facility that has a lot of cool things. It has a lot of, a lot of schools, a lot of people that want to learn a little bit about science come to this location. This dome here is kind of a theater that you can come here and kind of, you have like a 4D kind of movies. You kind of feel the air, you feel a lot of things. And at night for the adults, it's like a kind of a big adult playground. Definitely kind of look into yourself, because it's definitely a cool addition that the county has. I remember coming here as a very young kid for my school trips, super fun, and coming as an adult as well during those night hours, because they stay up late, they serve drinks, you have to kind of play a little bit of games, and it's fun because not a lot of different locations in Jersey are gonna have these type of amenities, you might say. And now to kind of get into my favorite part of the video is going to be the downtown areas of these towns. Hoboken has one of my favorite downtown areas and a big favorite for a lot of people. I'm going to take you down here. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Here in Washington Street is going to be kind of the heart of the downtown area. Long street of just restaurants, so much culture, bars, lounges. It starts from kind of where the lights are here, and it just continues all the way down this strip. You can see after COVID, a lot of these restaurants started getting outdoor dining even more. So you're gonna see outside dining here. Mad Hatter is a kind of a staple here at Hoboken. It's a bar, it's a sport bar. It turns into like kind of like a little club at night as well. But you're gonna see so much culture here. It's very nice, and it kind of gives you that feel that if you're kind of living in these other streets down here, and especially and the closest you are to that downtown area, the more expensive it's going to be. But if you're living in one of these apartment buildings, or if you own the building, you're going to be walking distance for everything. You're going to be walking distance to the train station. You're going to be walking distance from the ferry. And it's nice to have the luxury of just being able to get out your home, get outside, and start walking and just be at restaurants. But you're gonna see this just continues down. Definitely one of my favorite places, and a lot of New Yorkers do love this a lot. It gives you a little bit of that feel that you don't need transportation to be able to have a good time, get some food, be able to just get out the house, and it's very, very nice. The apartments here are big as well. So you're seeing that it is it's a very not that suburban like other places. Parking here absolutely sucks. So if you drive, make sure you have parking, because you're not gonna find parking here. You're not gonna find parking in the other streets, especially during the weekend. A lot of people from other places do come to Hoboken. So be ready for a lot of traffic, a lot of congestion, especially in the past few years since so many people have been moving here. But you're getting an idea of what I'm talking about. So coming a little bit more south from Hoboken is going to be Jersey City. It's going to be a similar feel. It's just going to have a lot more of that city feel, bigger buildings, a lot of good food as well. Jersey City is definitely known for that. Has one of the best taco places in my opinion. But you're going to see, look, big buildings like this that you're not going to really find anywhere in Hoboken. But there's going to be that kind of feel, especially kind of here in the heart of it. You're going to find similar to Fort Lee, but just more of an, I guess, upper scale in this section of Jersey City, because there are certain parts, like I mentioned before, that aren't great. But overall, the city of Jersey City is great. But you're going to see this is very common here. I could just take you down a little bit here in this area. You're going to see the buildings are huge. You have a lot of people have been coming here, especially from the city, to kind of have still that city feel, but not those city prices, not that city lifestyle. Because the moment you get out of this here, it becomes a little bit more suburban, but you're getting that kind of feel throughout the whole Jersey City. And there's a train station here. Well, this train kind of gets you throughout the town. You have a few restaurants here as well. There's a newer building. It's just nice to even go 5-6 minutes from where we're at in Hoboken, and everything just changes drastically. And our last stop is just gonna be a little perk for you guys. It's gonna be a little bit going past Hoboken. I didn't touch base on Weehawken. I didn't touch base on Union City, West New York. All great places to go out for a quick bike, to go to their downtown areas. But here in Edgewater, you're gonna have the Soho Spa Club. For everybody coming here, definitely check it out. It's gonna be a nice, relaxing place. They have saunas. They have pretty much everything you can imagine when it comes to spas. And it's like a private facility. You can see New York City from up from the rooftop as well. So you're getting that kind of vibe here. You're getting that kind of lifestyle. And it's nice that in Hudson County, it's definitely a nice feel for those New Yorkers that are maybe trying to get away from the city, but still having a little bit of the city within them, and maybe not even having the city, just being literally minutes away from the city. So that's going to wrap up part one of the best areas to live in New Jersey. We covered Bergen County and Hudson County, so you have a really good understanding of what you're going to find there. On Friday, we're going to touch base on the next 3 counties, so make sure you stay tuned on that. In the meantime, if you're looking to relocate here, make sure to give me a call. I'm Luca, again, your relocation expert here. Our number coming up here, make sure to give us a call, text, or even email that. Email coming up. We'll love to help you guys out. We'll hop in a quick Zoom call, explain the whole process and how difficult it is and things you need to know when you make that move here. So again, I'm Luca, and I'll see you guys Friday.